from Vinegar Syndrome is The Bees, a movie that I've often looked at and wanted to check out for two reasons, primarily. It has John Saxon, being the first reason. Always a good reason to check out a movie in my eyes. Good, bad or indifferent. He's interesting as a performer. And secondary, I love when nature turns back on humanity movies, you know, whether it be killer sharks or bears or whatever. I just like those kind of films. There's something about them that just, I don't know, floats my boat. So I jumped into The Bees, a tale about mutated bees that are obviously killer when they swarm and sting people loads of time. We're in South America at the start. We get some people trying to steal some honey and releasing the bees into the air, at which point they're going to travel to America. They're going to multiply exponentially and they're going to decimate the world. But we have a hero. Oh yes, do we have a hero? We have a hero in the form of John Saxon, who plays John. Yep, you know, when you've got a character as cool as this, why not just stick with his name of John? And he is a bee kind of scientist. He's talking a lot about maintaining them, trying to remove the kind of killer aspect of them and helping them to populate the world with more honey, because we need the bees. We need the bees to help the world, to help survive.
Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
I slept wonderfully. Thank you very much.
Good.
Everybody else doesn't care. It's just him. You know, he has this grand idea about making everything work, but nobody really believes in him. But when the bees start to attack, he begins to garner more attention. People are listening to him. They're looking at him to help deal with this. And in one awesome scene, which was the complete opposite of what I expected, he gives this impassioned speech and programme about how to deal with these bees. It's early on in the movie. It's quite good. And around this board of people who look disinterested. And there's just this way of where they turn around and go, you know what? Fantastic speech. Yeah, we'll give you whatever you need.
Dr. Norman, I'm sold. You've made a brilliant presentation.
And I just wasn't ready for that moment. I was expecting them to chase him down, tell him it's not going to happen, it's pointless, we don't need the bees or something like that, but they just all agree and give him what he needs, which was really surprising. And throughout the rest of the movie, we kind of see that the bees are evolving consistently and they start to learn, at which point we have John Saxon communicating with bees at the end of this one, and it is as awesome as it sounds. Completely unexpected, completely bonkers, but yeah, completely fun.
Dr. Hummel said you could think. We believe it.
We've been covering the material, but we haven't been able to decipher your language.
John Carradine is in this movie with a comically caricatured German accent. I don't know why he's doing it, but my goodness, did it ramp up the camp factor and just make this super cheesy and fun to the movie. You get lots of images of people running about flailing their arms with superimposed bees over the top of them, which again is cheesy fun. It harkens back to the kind of invasion monster movies of the 50s, but through a kind of 70s lens in this one. It ends up with a really kind of twisted ending as well, which I kind of appreciated. There's wonderful scenes of cityscapes just infested with these bees. There's terrific scenes of actors around large swarms of these bees as well. Which was just phenomenal to see. Is it a great movie? Is it an essential movie? One that you've got to have in your collection? I don't think it is. It's one that I was happy to see. It's one that I may go back again and watch with a few beers, a couple of buddies. Let's stick on the bee movie. It's ridiculous and silly. But it's not one that I would say you've got to have in your collection. It's just not that kind of movie. It's a kind of one-time watch. Fun. Glad I seen it. Now to time for forget about it. So yeah, John Saxon, always great. Some really crazy stuff happens in the bees, involving the bees and who they attack. And everybody is fair game in this one. We start off the movie with a kid dying because of bees. You know, just showing you that they're willing to go wherever they need to in this.
Devil bees killed my son. You killed my son!
You also get a great side story of a woman who watches her husband die at the start of the movie, goes back to America and instantly kind of falls in love with John Saxon. And this is the kind of movie that just removes a mourning period. I kind of appreciate the fact it does that. Silly, fun, throwback to the kind of horror movies of the 50s, which I kind of appreciated. And yeah, I'm glad I saw The Bees. Not essential, but interesting, worth a watch. There's more content up here. If you want to see more of my stuff, hit the like button below this video, and if you go into the description box, you will see a link to the Patreon or the membership program where you can support this channel, and that support is very welcome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on Man v Film.